Today is August 28th, and here's our Buoy 10 update. I'll put it to you pretty blunt. I got my butt handed to me today. There were a lot of fish caught, and I felt like all day I was behind them. I was making some decisions because I was chasing cell phone bites a little bit. I'd have a good plan, at least what I thought was a good plan, and then I'd get a phone call, hey, we just got a trip, we'll get over here now. And instead of sticking to my plan, sticking to my guns, I would chase that bite down. And I think that that's what put me in a bad spot. We were definitely behind the fish most of the day because they move quite a bit. They'll move, you know, I've mentioned this several times before, but they'll move 20 miles in a day, no problem. And I just felt like I was constantly behind that wad of fish, and I just could never get in front of them. So I'd make a big move to try and get way in front of them, and then I'm too far in front of them. But we ended up having probably, I don't know, 18, 20 bites today. So we had plenty of bites, but what was driving me nuts was that they weren't sticking. We probably only had maybe a third of those, 6 or maybe 7 fish actually on and fighting. And the rest of them just bite, pulling down, poof, gone, coming right off. Before you even get the rod out of the rod holder. And of those 6 or 7, we put 2 adults to the net, 1 wild, 1 hatchery, and a few jacks, a few little shorts, snook and coho. We lost another one. It was a king to a sea lion at the side of the boat, but the rest, it was bite, line peeling, poof, gone. I can't explain it. All brand new hooks, all new tie-ups last night. I don't know, but the good news is that there were a lot of fish caught today, just not on our boat. So all in all, there's definitely a lot of coho around. That's great to hear, great to see, because it's been a bit of a grind here the last couple of days. And I should say this too, you know, the last 3 days the bite has been kind of mediocre for what we would expect this time of year, but the weather's been beautiful. You know, today and yesterday were just, you couldn't ask for better weather. So yeah, sometimes you might have a tough day fishing down here, but just remember it's just fishing. And I have to keep reminding myself of that, because I was frustrated all day long today because I couldn't convert these bites into fish. And then the fish we did land were either too short, wild, or got taken by a sea lion, all except for the one. So was I frustrated today? Absolutely. But boy, low 70s, mild wind up until the tide change here this afternoon. You could not ask for a better day. So as long as everyone had a great time out there on the water, enjoyed themselves, that's what matters. And sometimes I need to remind myself of that. So all in all, good bite. We caught them everywhere from Ilwaco all the way up to Tongue Point. Just got to follow the fish. They were caught on the Oregon side, they were caught on the Washington side. You should probably ask somebody else for a report, because I got my butt handed to me today. Ah, it was a frustrating day, but still a beautiful day. It was great. Lots of bites, just didn't stick. So I think what I'm gonna do tonight is start over from scratch. Everything, those colors worked. You know, Red October got bit. Actually, Pawn Shop yesterday and today got bit really well. As the sun gets a little bit higher, Green Machine does well. First thing in the morning, it's all Red October. Then sun gets high, Green Machine, but throughout the day, Pawn Shop actually did really well. And we got bit pretty shallow too, like 12, 16 on the counter, even in 30 to 50 feet of water. So take that for what it's worth with a grain of salt. Again, we didn't come in heavy like some of the other boats, but we got bit. So I think I'm just gonna retie everything up and, I don't know, try it again tomorrow. All right, guys, well, if you're coming down, sounds like there's some fish around. Hopefully you stick around for you if you're coming down this weekend. We'll talk to you later. Again tomorrow, maybe a little bit earlier, maybe with a bunch more fish. We'll see. Okay, time to get everything all cleaned up, get the gear put away. Later.